Namehero versus Namecheap, which one is better for web hosting and domain names? Let's find out. What's up everybody, it's David from websitecreatepro.com. Now in this video, I'm going to be comparing these two companies that have very similar sounding names, Namecheap and Namehero. Now, Namehero is primarily a web host and they also offer domain name registration, and Namecheap is a domain name registrar that also offers web hosting. I'm going to be comparing these two companies across a wide selection of things. We're going to be taking a look at how much a domain name costs, how much their web hosting costs, their website builder, their support, as well as any extras that each company provides. So let's get to it. Domain names between Namecheap and Namehero. So let's get started. Now, to get a domain name at Namecheap is very simple because they are primarily a domain name registrar who also offers web hosting. And so you just can come here and type in the domain name that you want to register. Now, their .coms actually start at $8.88 a year, but they currently have a sale, so it's under $8, which is just amazing. A .com for less than $8. I think it's fantastic. Okay, so I can just type in my super amazing blog.com. And let's just do a quick search to see if it's available. Okay, so once you search for a domain name with Namecheap, it's going to tell you if it's available or not, and then you can just add it to your cart and then create a Namecheap account, pay for it, and you're good to go. What I also like about Namecheap is that they have a beast mode, and so a beast mode just gives you a lot more control over your domain name search. So over here, you can search by popular top-level domain names. You can search for different price ranges, show premium domain names, etc. So let's just close out of that. Let me go to add to cart. Okay, fantastic. And let's go to view item, go to checkout. Okay, so right here is the checkout page. With the domain name registration, you can register for up to 10 years in advance. You can auto renew the domain name, which means it'll just recharge your credit card account when the domain name's up for renewal. And most importantly though, you get WhoisGuard completely for free, which keeps your private information private, okay? Because honestly, part of ICANN rules with registering a domain name is that you have to provide real contact information. And so that's why WhoisGuard is nice, because it keeps your email, phone number, address, all that stuff private. Okay, so this is Namehero, and Namehero is, again, primarily a web host who also offers domain name registration. And so to find their domain names, you just have to click domains in the menu bar. And there you go. So now you can type in the box right here of the domain name that you want to register. And so let's just go ahead and do that. There we go, my super amazing blog. All right, so now it'll tell us if it's available or not. And right here it is, and we can add this to our carts. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, so now one thing I don't like about Namehero is that it doesn't give me any indication that, like, okay, I added it to my cart. Oh, the checkout button is right here. It's just a little bit confusing. I kind of like how Namecheap has the box pop up over there. Anyways, let me click on checkouts. Okay. Now here you have DNS management, ID protection, email forwarding, and so they charge extra for these things, so you don't get Whois protection for free like you do with Namecheap, and the price for the initial registration is also a pinch higher, not too much, but just a little bit. So we click on continue right there. Okay, so now it's $12.98 a year, and we can register for this for up to 10 years in advance. All right, so which one is better? Well, I'm going to give it to Namecheap. So they provide Whois protection for free, and also their starting introduction rate is lower. So Namecheap, you start at $8.88 a year, and then you can register at that price point for like 5 years, 10 years in advance, and then it renews at the normal rates. Anyways, let's just take a quick look at Namecheap's prices, okay? So their .coms, normally $8.80 a year. Right now, it's a holiday deal, so you can get it for $7, under $8. That's fantastic. So let's just take a quick look back and forth between Namecheap and Namehero. Okay, so let's come down here. All right, so we have .com is $12.98, $8.88 at Namecheap, but it renews at $12.98. Now the .net, okay, .net is normally $12.98, .net is $15, .org is $15, .org over at Namecheap is $12.98. Okay, and so it renews, but just pay attention always to make sure at the renewal rate. So again, that's why they're called Namecheap, because their domain names are just cheaper than other domain name registers. So overall, I think Namehero does provide a good service. They have a good price point, particularly when compared to, say, like Bluehost, SiteGround, etc., which charge $16, $17 per domain name if you register through them. So for a web host, I think their domain name prices are very competitive, but Namecheap is still just a bit cheaper. Now let's take a look at web hosting. So Namehero is a proper web host, and Namecheap, again, as I said, is a domain name registrar that also offers web hosting. And so I think Namehero is definitely a company that you should be aware of if you've been looking for a shared hosting account. If you kind of want to get away from the Bluehosts and the SiteGrounds and the HostGators of the world, and you don't want to go with a big name brand company, you'd rather go with maybe like an up and coming web host, that's definitely Namehero. Anyways, let's take a look at their different hosting packages and how they stack up. So let's begin. So this is Namecheap web hosting, and to be honest, it's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with what Namecheap offers now. Again, because they're primarily a domain name registrar who's offering web hosting as like a kind of a secondary thing away from their bread and butter, but it's really gotten good. So they offer a lot of different things. They have shared, WordPress, reseller, VPS, and dedicated servers, believe it or not. So it's pretty impressive. So if we come down here, you can just jump into each one of these links to kind of learn more about the specific, like what the specific thing entails. So for example, if we jump into shared hosting, it's going to be a dedicated sales page regarding the shared hosting account. And so if you're going to go to Namecheap, I definitely recommend navigating to these menu items up top here to get on the specific page that you want to make a purchase decision, because they do have this section right here where it has like featured hosting plans, but it gets confusing because like if you click on online beginners, small business, it's like what, like, and then it's like shared hosting, reseller, WordPress Turbo, on WordPress hosting, easy WP Turbo. It's like, what do I pick? Like, I don't get it. Like, I want, I personally just like going up top here because like, okay, I want VPS hosting. Let me see your VPS hosting packages. I guess this is kind of beginner friendly if you're not very sophisticated with different hosting packages, but if you are, and it's not that complicated, navigate up top here. So if you have a website that's like a brand new website, or you're like 30,000 visitors a month, for example, you kind of just want shared hosting. So let's just take a look at their shared hosting, because this is going to be the thing that most people are going to be interested in. And so it's really nice. Look at that, $158 a month, $288 renews at $288. And so you pay $18 now, and then it renews at $33.88 a year. It's like, what? That's such a good deal, such a low price. Anyways, we come down here. This whole sales page just is dedicated to explaining, and I really like Namecheap because down here they give you the nice detailed tech specs about what you specifically get. So if you're a little bit more sophisticated with web hosting, this really helps you make a purchase decision. For example, like their Stellar, like look how nice that is. Hosted domains 3. That's wonderful. I mean, because like most of the time, most web hosts, for example, they offer like they have their cheap plan, but it's only one website. This allows you to actually host 3 domain names, so that's functionally 3 websites. 30 subdomains right there, backups twice a week, which is fine. You get cPanel, you get a website builder if you want, you get cPanel 2FA. You can have your own dedicated IP address. So that that's helpful because when you're on a shared hosting account, you're sharing the IP with a bunch of other websites. So if it's, whether or not you need a dedicated IP. And that is it. So you can kind of scroll through here and go through all of these different features about like the specific things they have for email, database, server, control features, scripts, web stats, etc. What Namecheap is providing for these specific price points is very impressive. Namehero web hosting. So Namehero is definitely making a name for themselves with regards to their web hosting offer. So let's come down here. So they have 4 different plans. They have Starter, Plus, Turbo, and Business. Now, their Starter is your pretty standard web hosting package where you get 1 website. I do like Namecheap a little bit more because you were able to get 3 websites. Now down here, what I really like is that you get a free and auto SSL and free website migrations and free light speed. So your website's going to be really fast. But this free and auto SSL, that's a big deal because, for example, like Namecheap is very cheap, but they kind of hide things a little bit, which I don't like. So if we come over here, it has free automatic SSL installation. Yeah, great, wonderful. But we come over here, free for the first year. And then please note that the SSL renewal rate is 50% off. It's like, what? And then you have to click here to learn more. And then you find out that they're not using Let's Encrypt, that they're using a different SSL certificate provider. And so you have to pay for this positive SSL certificate. Now you can use Let's Encrypt with Namecheap, but you have to set it up yourself and then renew it yourself. And for me, that's kind of a deal breaker because for a lot of people like that, I don't want to do that. Like I'm tech savvy and I don't want to do that. I got other things to do. I don't want to sit there and renew an SSL certificate every 3 months. And so that's kind of a deal breaker for Namecheap because they're they got, for me, they're like fantastic on every front, but that one thing is just like, why? I don't get it. Anyways, with Namehero, they're fantastic. They got their Plus Cloud, Turbo Cloud. These two packages are great. Obviously, they're kind of pushing you more towards Turbo Cloud because it renews at $20, so it's a better price point for Namehero. They make a little bit more money, but they do give you a lot more with your account. For example, like premium SSL if you're running an e-commerce website, which is important because you're dealing with more complicated transactions, where it's like if you have a blog and you're doing affiliate marketing, Let's Encrypt is fine. Enhanced security, again, like free website migration, light speed with speed boost, etc. Anyways, let's just jump in here. So you got to make sure to pay attention to details too. For example, like the free domain name, it's only free if you get a hosting package for 2 years in advance. Just want to emphasize that. So just make sure always to just pay attention to the fine print, as they say. Anyways, let's go ahead and just click on the Plus Cloud and go to Order Now, because I think that's one that most people will be interested in. Okay, so right down here, use it your own domain name. So, if you're going to register, a domain name at Namecheap or whatever, or Google domain names, wherever you get your domain names, this is the one you want. If you want to register a new domain name through Namehero, you can use this. Again, like Namehero offers really good prices for domain names. So it's a little bit more expensive than Namecheap for your first, for your first initial registration, but it renews at the same price as Namecheap. So, if it's a .com, obviously, if you're registering something else, obviously Namehero is going to be a little bit more expensive. But anyways, let's just put this over here, my super amazing blog, and then we'll just say .com. Okay, let's go ahead and click on next. All right, so there we go. So for 2 years in advance, okay. And so let's come down here. Let's use Let's Encrypt. Let's click on continue. Okay, now it comes out to $157 per every 2 years. And so if we jump over to Namecheap, we can just take a quick look at 2 years, and their plans. For example, their Stellar plan renews at $688 for 2 years. Their Stellar Plus renews at $114 for 2 years. So Namecheap is a little bit lower in price, but again, in my opinion, Namehero does provide faster hosting, and I really like that they just provide that SSL certificate and that auto renew feature on the SSL certificate for free. Website builders. So website builders are a fantastic solution to anybody who's not really tech savvy and kind of wants an easy to use solution to build like a very beautiful, responsive, impressive looking like 10 to 20 page like business website, personal website, etc. Now, no, Wix and Squarespace are not the only game in town when it comes to website builders, though they are the most popular solutions. Namecheap and Namehero also offer their own dedicated website builder solutions, so let's compare them. Website builders for both Namehero and Namecheap. So both companies offer unique website builder solutions, which are ideal if you're looking to build like a 10 to 30 page website, like maybe you're a small business, maybe you want an online portfolio, whatever. And so they both offer their own solutions. So let's just take a look at Namehero first. Now, Namehero is unique because they allow you completely full access to what they call their hero builder, but you do have to just sign up and create an account. Now, you don't have to submit your credit card, which is nice, but you get a 7-day trial of their hero builder, which allows you to try out their different templates and see if you just like it. See if you their drag and drop functionality that you like, see how quickly and easily you understand what their hero builder is all about. And they also offer a variety of templates that you can just jump into. And so, for example, we can just open this one up and take a look at this type of website. And so this is being powered by the hero builder, for example. And so we can just, you can download a template or not download, but you can use a template and edit it as you want. Now, if you're wondering like what's the price point for this, honestly, they don't list it. Okay. So you have to sign up and go through the 7-day trial. And so right here, where can I see the package pricing for hero builder? You can't. Okay, well, if you want to see it, sign up for a 7-day free trial. It's completely free. You don't have to give your credit card. And then after that billing cycle, you'll be presented with a billing cycle of either monthly or yearly billing. I did send them a message, and I'm still waiting for this to go through, but it's taken quite a while to get through to someone. Anyways, let's go to Namecheap. Now, Namecheap is a little bit weird because they don't put their website builder out in the front, kind of like Namehero does, which I like right here. You have to go to hosting, and then you go to website builder. Now, this is their website builder page. It's a little bit different because the way it works with Namecheap is that this is just another upsell for their shared hosting account. Because if you get a shared hosting account, then you get access to this. Okay, so we're back to the stellar business. Okay, so if you want to access their website builder, you have to get a shared hosting account. And so if you're going to go that route, then you might as well just install WordPress and learn how that works, because generally speaking, using something like Elementor or the Divi theme or Themify Ultra and WordPress, you're going to have a lot more functionality and control and design over your website. It's going to be a little bit more techy, a little bit more hard to set everything up, but long term, you're going to be better off. So that's something that I'm not crazy about. Now, their actual website builder looks like this, and so it's okay. I mean, this is kind of like, I think for most beginners, it's a little bit overwhelming. It's like, for example, like Bluehost offers a website builder, and it's fantastic. It's just so intuitive, so easy to use. Of all things, like Bluehost, which is known for WordPress, their website builder is one of my favorites, whereas this is just kind of dated, kind of confusing looking, etc. So that's why, like, I would suggest probably you want to look more towards like Namehero if you're going to go with the website builder route. But both of these companies are definitely more geared to selling shared hosting and getting you to use WordPress. So anyways, that is it for website builders. Okay, so now let's take a look at the support that both Namehero and Namecheap provides. Now, in general, support is important, but it's not like super duper important. Like, you're not going to be contacting your domain name registrar that often for any type of like issue that you're having. Maybe if you're trying to set up like a Google site or a blogger.com website, you're going to have maybe run some technical issue, and that's why you'd want to contact your domain name registrar. And same with like a web host. In general, once your website's up and running and everything's running smoothly, in general, you're not going to have any issues, so you're not going to be contacting them that much. But it's still something to take note of what these support channels are like for both Namecheap and Namehero. So let's find out. Support between Namehero and Namecheap. So they're both fairly similar, but I do have to give it to Namecheap just a little bit, just because their support is just more responsive. For example, like I've been trying to contact Namehero support, and it's helpful. They use intercom, so it goes through a bot and offers you a bunch of different questions, but it's kind of slow. Like, I have a question about pricing. Then no problem. Share your name and email. Okay, fine. Perfect. What's your question? Something else. Okay, because it's like, I have a question about shared hosting account or this is like, no, I don't actually have any of these questions. Something else. And now I'm sitting here waiting. It's like, okay, like, can we get on with this? Like, am I talking to a person or a bot? So it's like, like, what, I have to reload the page? And so I just find this kind of annoying, whereas with Namecheap, it's way more helpful, where they provide dedicated guides, and in part because they've been around since 2001. So, Namehero is a relatively new business still, so I don't expect them to have as many like detailed guides, but this chat function, see there, finally. It's like, that was taking quite some time. Okay, and so with Namecheap, it's very simple. You just come down here, you click on this live chat support, and then this pops up right here. And if you have a Namecheap account, it's quick and easy. Just put in your question, department, full name, your email, and then boom, start chat. And then someone gets to you within a few minutes. Usually you have to like give a PIN to verify your account. It takes just a few minutes, and then you're talking to a person. So they're both similar. They both provide chat support, 24/7 chat support, which I like, which is very helpful. But it's just like, again, Namehero is just a little bit on the slow end. It's just sitting here kind of waiting for someone to get back to me, where I find Namecheap is not amazingly fast, but Namecheap is definitely faster. So anyways, that is it for support. Okay, so I just want to give a quick update. So I'm still waiting. It's been about 5 minutes and they haven't replied to me, but I just checked my iPhone and they sent me an email. There's an email that was sent to the email address that I put up top there. And so all I asked was like, if I register domain names, how do I sell them? Do you have like an aftermarket, etc.? Like GoDaddy has an aftermarket, etc. And so the reply was just directing me to their reseller hosting. The reseller account up top there, where you can resell hosting and domain names, and that's not really my question. My question was like, do they have a dedicated aftermarket? And I'm personally just expecting them to say no, we don't. So kind of a little bit disappointed with the support from Namehero. Particularly one, not just because they didn't answer the question, but two, because the live chat is just kind of clunky, not really working as well as it should. And there we go. I just opened it up again, and the chat that I just had is gone. So let me come back here and see all my conversations. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. This whole thing's just very confusing. So they're just directing me to this help article over here, which this is more about, again, reseller hosting. So again, in general, the support is better from Namecheap in general, but it's not bad from Namehero. Just a couple things like this, just a little bit awkward, a little bit slow, etc. So final comparisons. What is a service that like one offers over the other? Let's get to it. So Namecheap offers a few different things that you can't get with Namehero, primarily their aftermarket. And so what that means, like, you can buy a domain name at Namecheap, and then they have their own dedicated aftermarket, which makes it very quick and easy to like buy and sell any type of domain name. You can just list your domain name. If it gets sold, then you get money in your account. Whereas like with Namehero, they don't have any type of aftermarket. Now, that's not to say you can't like sell a domain name, but you can just have to put it on like cdo.com or afternic.com. You have to use another third-party website. Not a big deal, but that's still something that's really nice about Namecheap, where they just make it quick and easy. Everything's already set up. The transferring of the domain name from one to the other, because you're transferring a domain name from two different Namecheap accounts, for example. So it's just the process is very easy. And something that Namecheap also offers that you can't get with Namehero is dedicated email hosting. Now, dedicated email hosting is kind of a niche service, and it's not something like an individual solopreneur type person like me really needs. But if you're working with like a team of people and you just need some type of like dedicated email solution, something that's a bit of a step up than just getting like a shared hosting account and creating a bunch of like free email accounts with your shared hosting account and then doing that Gmail forwarding thing, which I have another tutorial video on if you want to check out that to learn how to do it. If you need something that's like a little bit more secure with collaboration tools, etc., Namecheap is a good option, whereas like Namehero, they just don't offer anything. Now, what Namehero offers that you can't really get at Namecheap is dedicated reseller hosting. Now, obviously, Namecheap offers reseller hosting, but with Namehero, it's just way better. It's more feature rich. They go way more into the technical specs, and you just get more for your money with Namehero for reseller hosting. Again, I have another video on the best reseller hosting packages, companies, services, etc. if you want to check out, because Namehero is making a name for themselves, no pun intended, within like reseller hosting, because most companies are kind of abandoning a little bit reseller hosting and moving more towards an affiliate model per se. So it's really nice that Namehero is still staying strong with reseller hosting. Alright everybody, that is it for this video comparing Namehero and Namecheap. Both these companies are fantastic. They both offer a lot of value with their different services that they offer. Again, I think Namecheap is still one of the best domain name registrars. I think Namehero is fantastic if you're looking for like a good price for a shared hosting account or reseller hosting. You really can't go wrong with either host. I do find that the SSL certificate thing with Namecheap is kind of a deal breaker. I think the website builder with Namehero is a bit better. It's a mixed bag, okay? They're both good and bad in different ways. Like the support with Namecheap is much better than the support with Namehero, etc. Anyways, my name is David, websitecreatepro.com. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.